Okay, so I'm going to start off by apologizing to you guys. The end of this tutorial, I suppose the camera stopped recording. You didn't miss much. It was just mainly filling in my eyebrows and doing some touch-ups, but I will post a picture of the finished, cute version of the Undead without any facial changes. This is how my Undead looks like in-game. I just have a basic face. There's nothing too special on it, but what I did was I took Mayron's Paradise paints and I mixed a gray, a white, and a lime green together to create this kind of grayish color. And then I'm going to take Fringe by Urban Decay on their electric palette, and I'm going to be using that to contour my face. I'm going to be making a mixture of colors to create kind of that decaying look that the Undead has. I'm just going to contour areas that need to be contoured. We're going to be doing a lot of contouring, especially on the torso area, to create that sunken in look. Undeads are decaying, so half their limbs are falling off. Of course, for some reason, Blizzard likes to keep their boobs and butt plump and juicy, but I'm not complaining. Anyways, so I am going to just take that color and go everywhere. And then I'm going to take Jilted on the same palette, and I'm going to just lightly dust that around my eyes. It doesn't have to be perfect, because, we're dead. Now I'm going to take a combination of Jilted and Urban. These are the two purples on the palette, and I'm going to add it into the areas that I put my contour. As you can see, I added a little bit of thrash on the highlight points, and then I'm going to put some Potion by Anastasia. This is a liquid lipstick, and then I'm going to be smearing the corners of my mouth eventually, you'll see, just to kind of create that messy look. Going back a little bit on what I said, the thrash is actually the yellowish green that you see in some points of the skin. Alright, then taking a black eyeshadow. This one is from NYX. I'm going to say NYX because you guys killed me when I said NYX before, so I'm going to try and fix that mistake. And then I'm going to take a jumbo pencil that's also in black, and I'm just going to smear it out. You're also going to want to do that at the bottom of your eye, as well as I'm going to take the Jilted and the Urban, and I'm just going to kind of mix it together on a very small brush, and I'm just going to put that along the bottom where I put the eyeliner, and then I'm just going to drag it down to create bags under my eyes. And this is where my computer, or my camera, kind of just, I don't know what it did, but it just stopped recording. But I just took the black eyeshadow that I put on my face and I used it to fill in the eyebrows. As for the lashes and the mascara, I just used normal mascara, and then I used Violet Voss's lashes in Wisp It Real Good. I believe that's the name. Okay, so I've never made a prosthetic before, and I had help from my friend Deneen Dale. Basically, we just took a face cast rather, and we took some clay, made the shapes, and then put a bunch of layers of latex on top, and that's how we created these. The edges aren't that smooth because I was kind of in a hurry, so yeah. So I'm just going to take the same colors that I was using before for contouring. I'm going to take the Fringe, but I'm going to add a little bit more Freak and Thrash, kind of a mixture of the two to create kind of more of a grainy yellow tinge rather than the blue that I had in the first tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and point a few things out to you guys. The prosthetic isn't completely smooth because I wanted to create kind of an old look, but at the same time I didn't have time really to smooth everything out because my skin got an allergic reaction to latex. I don't know why, but it just does. So if you have the time, smooth it out. That's all I wanted to say. But going on here, I'm going to take Jilted and Urban, the combination of the purple and pinks here, and I'm going to place them on areas that I want to later on add a darker color, such as black. Of course, again, I'm going to tell you guys that I misplaced a black eyeshadow, so I'm going to be using a dark purplish black color. So in the end, when you see it, there's going to be the lines cleaned up from the prosthetic, and there's going to be a little bit more darkness around the eyes. But Like I said, if you guys have time, don't rush this. And then I'm going to take the same purples again, and I'm going to be placing them on top of the blues and the greens to create that kind of decaying look. And then I'm going to take the Paradise Paints by Mayron, and this is where I'm going to darken and define all the details. So all the face wounds, the holes, the lines in the eyebrows, in the nose. I'm also going to be doing some aging around my mouth. And I'm just going to take a very small brush that I would usually use for a gel liner, and I'm going to be creating these lines inside of the wrinkles that I already created on my mouth to create that kind of old woman look you can see here. Yeah, so just kind of take your black Paradise Paints and create lines to age yourself more than you've already aged yourself, and also to define areas that you feel need to stand out more, that the purple kind of didn't help with, if that makes sense. So as you can see, I'm doing it on my eyebrows here, and then I'm going to be doing it on the sores for my forehead. As you can see here, I did one side and now they're completed. Then I'm going to take a jumbo pencil by NYX, not NYX, NYX, and then I'm going to be smudging that out with Makeup Geek's Drama Queen, which is it's not black, it's a very dark purple color. So yeah, that kind of created the look that I was sort of going for, minus the fact that I didn't have a black eyeshadow because I misplaced it. And I recorded these on 2 different days, so somehow in between one day, the eyeshadow got moved and I don't know where it is. Curse you, Deneen. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So I'm just kind of blending everything out to create that hollowed eye effect. With the excess shadow, you can kind of put it anywhere that you feel needs a little bit more darkness and depth. I added around my mouth to create a more older look, more than I already did. And then I'm going to take Potion by Anastasia. This is liquid lipstick again, and I'm just going to do the same thing that I did with the first one, except for the top lip is a lot harder to shape because of the latex. But then again, I feel like it makes me look older, and maybe, I don't know, I decayed so much, I lost my top lip. It's just gone. And then smudge it out again, and you're finished. That's it. You don't need to add lashes. You can add mascara. Here you can see I darkened it and smoothed the edges. But yeah, this is the completed look. I hope that you guys liked it. Undead is my favorite race to play in World of Warcraft. I have an Undead Warlock. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite race is in World of Warcraft. Also, side note, the wig is a wig from Spirit Halloween that I just painted with Paradise Paints and then hairsprayed upwards. Thank you for watching, and Dark Lady watch over you.